guys, it's Candace with Good My Soul. I apologize if the squinting is bothering you. I didn't want to do another video with shades on, so hopefully it's not bothering you too much. I've kind of got some real direct sun coming down. I really wanted to talk to you guys today about how to find your brand, how to figure it out. I have people ask me a lot, what if I don't actually know what my brand is? What if I'm just starting out or going through a huge rebrand and basically starting over, or, whatever the situation might be. And one thing I want to point out real quick here is that some people get kind of ashamed and a little shy about asking that question. I just want to say, don't ever be shy or ashamed of asking that question, because you can't know where you're going unless you know where you're starting from. So, you've got to have that beginning base, and I really can't emphasize this enough, how important it is to ask these questions of yourself when you're starting out, so that you're not, A, making things more difficult on yourself and doubling your own work, but then also, B, you're not sending a mixed message to anyone. So, I just want to give you guys 3 real quick sort of tips and prompts to think about when trying to figure out how to find your brand. So, the first thing is, obviously, and this goes in, coordinates with everything I've been saying thus far, you want to be authentic. You want to be who you really are. So, if you're like, well, yeah, that's my question. So, here's some things that you could do to figure that out. One of my favorite things to do is meditate. I really enjoy meditation, and if you're not a meditation person, that's absolutely fine. I want to be clear that meditating does not mean you sit in a cross-legged position. You can do a walking meditation in nature. You can lay down and meditate. Really what you're trying to do is just give yourself a little quiet you time to really get in touch with your intuition and figure out, what do you really want? These are things to ask yourself. What do you really want? What do you want your life to be? What does success look like to you? All of these things are really important in forming your brand, because they tell you more about who you are, and as you learn more about who you are, it's easier to express that authentically to everybody else. So the second tip sort of goes into the first tip, and that is really trust your intuition. I'm a big believer in trusting your intuition. I absolutely trust mine. I trust my gut feelings, and I've found that whenever I trust myself, things tend to go well, and whenever I try to second guess myself and go the other direction because I'm overthinking or letting other people to get into my head or whatever it is, that's always when things go downhill. So really trust your intuition. And if you're new to trusting your intuition, there are a lot of different things you can do. Notice throughout your day where you get those little moments where it's like you have a voice in your head saying, don't do this, or you should do this, or an idea just pops into your head that feels really right. That's your intuition. Also, meditation is another way to get in touch with your intuition. I'm a big nature lover, so I like to go take walks in nature by myself where it's quiet. You can go hiking, whatever is going to work for you. The third tip about finding your brand and figuring all of this out for yourself is, for the love of God, do not do what everyone else does, okay? And here's why I'm saying that. For some people, that's going to be authentic to them and that's going to work. For a lot of people, especially now, as we make these major shifts and things like that, that's not going to be authentic to you. So just because, let's say your best friend also has a business, right? And they do every form of social media out there. And that's fine for them because that's who they are. Well, don't go try to do that just to copy their success, because number one, it's not going to happen. You're not going to get the success that they have just because you copy what they do. Really make sure that every decision you make as far as how you participate and how you communicate with people and get the word out about what you do is right for you, because every single decision is not going to be right for every single person. When you really dislike something that much, it always comes across, and you don't want to alienate people in that way. Let people see who you are. Let people really see you and figure out you, because, people don't buy into your brand, they buy into you. So, to wrap this up, the first thing you want to do is really think about what is authentic to you. Sit down and make lists, do some journaling, do some meditating, take a walk in nature, whatever you can do. And I'm a big believer too, don't just make a list of what you want, make a list of what you don't want, because figuring out what you don't want can really help you to hone in on what you do want, especially if you feel like you're really lost and don't know where to start. That's a really good place to start. The second thing you want to do is listen to your intuition. Maybe you're accustomed to listening to your intuition and this is just second nature for you like it is for me, and that's awesome. And if you're not that way, that's also fine. you can learn to do that. Keep in mind that it's not going to necessarily come overnight. It's something you have to get used to doing. But don't dismiss those little thoughts that you have. Those can be real gems in helping you figure out what you want to do or what you absolutely don't want to do. And again, the final thing, don't do what everybody else does. They're doing what they have figured out. They're either A, doing what they've figured out works for them, or they're B, doing what everybody else does. So you don't want to be doing what the person doing what everybody else does is doing. You know what I mean? So make it authentic to you, make it you, and just go out there and kill it.
If you haven't already, head over to the website and sign up for my mailing list, and that way I can give you your free training on how to create your soul-centered business. I'm Candace Jai with Good in My Soul. Thanks and have a great day.